Good morning, welcome to Squawking1200. Today we are at Kilo Bravo Delta Lima, hometown airport in Connecticut. We're in the JustFlight Piper Aero PA-28, blah 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 R. Aero 3 retractable gear. Going to do a demonstration of the checklist. Alright, get rid of this thing here. I don't know why this is not reset from last flight. Let me reload the flight, because I was sitting on I kind of briefly did half of it. Change location. Go to the international terminal. We have all of my favorite plugins loaded. I'm going to turn off X camera. It causes some, still got to sort a couple things out with that. In this position, what I like to do, I'm not going to use pushback. I just rotate my aircraft. Get myself facing in the right direction. It's a beautiful morning. Alright. Checklist. Turn this off. Move this. Gonna have to be kind of moving stuff around a bunch. Landing gear. Down. Parking brake. Set. Avionics are off. Mixture idle cutoff. Magneto switch off. Master battery on. Check fuel gauges for quantity. Annunciator panel is illuminated. Master battery switch off. Primary flight controls check operation. Got the right side up, down. We're going to take a look out the back. Find the right key combo. There we go. You can see it from the back. You can see the other side. You can come up here. Rudders. Check. Back in the aircraft. This seems like it's out of sequence, because watch. Can't check the flaps for operational without the battery on. So I'm going to turn the battery back on. Flaps look good. Another thing I haven't figured out is, how do you find neutral trim? I can see the trim tab going up and down, but I don't know where neutral trim is. Baggage door closed, flaps and ailerons check. Wingtip lights undamaged. That would require us to get out of the plane. Can't really do a walk around on this one, but you can kind of look. Inspect the lights. Going to have to maybe set up some camera views for that. Tie downs are removed. Back inside. Fuel tank. And see, this is again the this must be the outside check of the fuel tank. Check. Covered. check levels. Chocks are removed. Excuse me. Tow bar removed. Engine inspection door closed. Engine inspection of the door closed. Check oil levels. Propeller, we'll check that. Fin condition, check. Rudder controls, we see that in the back. Trim tab controls is, I can't tell. Tail cone condition, we checked that when we were in the back. To get back in, we want to check the landing light and the oil level. I think the only way to check the oil level is to have the battery on again. Unless that's the physical check of the oil level. Yep, that must be the physical check the dipstick. So, back to these. Landing light. We're going to inspect all the lights while we're out here. Go with this view. Landing light, strobe lights, check. Next page. Back inside. Circuit breakers are all in. Trying to get the brake set, circuit breakers in, alternate air off, propeller full forward, avionics are off, fuel selector to tank. Good. Next page. I'm gonna go throttle, 1/4 inch, alternator switch on, master battery is on, fuel pump on, mixture rich, then idle cutoff, starter engaged. That's a weird one. Adjust idle to 1400 to 1500 RPMs. Seems very, very fine adjustment right there. Taxi area is clear. Brakes release. Check the brakes. And steering. Whoa, that's going to make me dizzy. We got to make an adjustment on that. That's the X-Plane Realistic. I think for me the movements are set up too high. I don't know if that's just interfering with the checklist. Yeah, there we go. it's the natural. Might be a little too high on that. I find the movement's probably a little too heavy. I thought I had these all adjusted, but apparently there's some that I did not. Let's try that. Let's see, where were we? Checklist. Spark plugs following. Alright. I'm going to fix the following here. Cleaning the spark plugs, burning off the extra unused lead and fuel. Alright. Next page. Parking brake set, propeller, full forward, RPM to 2000. Alright, this is the mag check. Little drop, little drop, back to both. So brake set, throttle, mags. Vacuum check is up here, looks good. Oil, temperature's good, oil pressure's good. Amps are good. Annunciator panel, good. Propeller exercise. That's good. Alternate air check is behind here. Whoops. Good. Fuel pump off. Make sure the pressure is still good. Good. Throttle. Next page. Now this will be our before takeoff page, so let's keep the mixture lean. Let's load up pilot to ATC. Excuse me for 1 second. Sorry about that.
Bradley INTL information X-ray. 900 Zulu weather. Wind 290 at 8. Visibility more than 10. Sky conditions 2,800 view. 9,000 scattered. 13,000 scattered. Temperature 5. Dew point -19. Altimeter 2980. Arriving runway 33.
Alright, we have information X-ray, which is, that's pretty funny that works without the avionics being on. I don't recall seeing turn avionics on, but we will turn our avionics on.
Bradley INTL information X-ray. 900.
Alright, let's get our taxi information.
Wind 290 at 8. Visibility more than 10. Sky conditions
121.9.
9,000 scattered. 13,000 scattered. Temperature 5. Dew point -19.
Piper 12 Bravo, ready to
Altimeter
taxi.
2980.
Piper 12 Bravo taxi to runway 24 via taxiways Charlie. Hold short runway 15 and runway 19.
Taxi to runway 24
Runway
via
24.
taxiways Charlie, hold short 15, hold short 19, hold short 24, Piper 12 Bravo. That's our read back. Let's take a look at our taxi map here. Looks like we're just going to make a right turn.
Center 926 Juliet Romeo, runway 33, line up and wait, traffic lands, runway 6.
Line up and wait, 33, 926.
Still a little bit, I think, heavy with the G-force movement. Gonna have to figure out how to exactly which one that is. So we're gonna taxi down the 24. Gonna remain in pattern. And that'll do a couple loops of the pattern.
Fairwings 161, line up and wait, runway 06.
November 1 Mike Charlie, turn right on hotel, contact ground point center.
Right on hotel underground, 461 Mike Charlie.
Alger 6 Julia Romeo, wind 3503, fly, runway heading, runway 33, clear for takeoff.
Flight runway heading, clear for takeoff, 3360.
Piper 12 Bravo holding short to cross 15. Cleared to cross 15. Piper 12 Bravo.
Piper 12 Bravo cleared to cross runway 15.
Breakout 47 traffic.
Cleared to cross runway 15, Piper 12 Bravo.
We'll hold in position.
I got my chatty stream going. I'm gonna check
Wing 161, turn
pop
right,
this up
heading
for a second.
095, runway 6, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, runway 6, heading 095, Spirit Wings 161.
November 6 Julia Romeo, contact departure.
Over to departure, 6 Julia Romeo.
The sound that you hear is the X-plane realistic, I believe. I might want to reduce that a tiny bit. Again, X-plane realistic, you can really fine-tune a lot of the stuff. My view to be a little lower in this. Coming up on 19. Piper 12 Bravo holding short 19 to cross.
Piper 12 Bravo contact tower on 120.3.
Let me get this back on. It didn't understand something.
Spirit Wings 161.
Tower on 120.3, Piper 12 Bravo.
Piper 12 Bravo holding short to cross 19. Alright, it's out of its loop. So we're just going to go up to
Piper 12 Bravo contact tower on 120.3.
runway 24. And then we'll contact tower on 120.3.
Piper 12 Bravo contact tower on 120.3.
Contact tower on 120.3, Piper 12 Bravo.
Worldwide 27, you can proceed direct Bedford, contact
Start our
Austin, approach 124.4.
timer. tanks there. They're pretty even. Little hesitation right there. Must be a world traffic thing. Gonna reset the timer. This way we can switch our tanks from left wing to right wing. Keep the aircraft in balance. Move over to the run-up area. The paddle seems super sensitive today. They're set where they were yesterday. We're going to check the altimeter. 29er 8. Going to remain in the pattern. Probably going to leave the. We already did the run up kind of at the parking lot when we checked the magnetos. I don't think there's anything else. Just going to do one more.
21 or 23?
20, Alpha 20.
In that case, taxi to the ramp, sorry.
Okay, going to the ramp there, so.
Alright. So we have the master on, we have the alternator on. Flight instruments. Free and clear. Fuel selector. Desired tank, fuel pump.
494,
on.
runway 6, taxi via Sierra
Engine
Charlie, wing
checks.
com, altimeter 2991.
Good.
Essentially the same weather.
Good. And good. Alternate air closed. Check. Mixture set. Prop. Whoa, which wrong one? Prop set. Flap set. We're gonna go 0 takeoff. Trim set. Controls are free. Doors are latched. Ready for departure. Put myself back into my seat. Just gonna check this. Yeah, latched. Piper 12 Bravo, ready for departure 24.
Piper 12 Bravo, contact ground on 121.9er for taxi instructions. Ground on 121.9er for taxi Piper 12 Bravo.
Piper 12 Bravo, ready, holding short 24.
Ground southwest.
Piper 12 Bravo, contact tower on 120.3, contact tower on 120.3.
Tower on 120.3 Piper 12 Bravo.
Piper 12 Bravo, number 2 for departure, runway 24.
Piper 12 Bravo, winds are 280 at 8 knots, altimeter 2980, cleared for takeoff. Runway 24, squawk 1200.
Did it ident? Okay, there it goes. Spark plug following. We'll fix that.
Takeoff runway 24, squawking 1200.
Caution weight turbulence,
Piper 12
maybe?
Bravo.
Someday World Traffic is going to integrate with Pilot to ATC and it could be super dynamic. Up until then, we will pretend. Alright, we're cleared for takeoff. Piper 12 Bravo, ready for departure 24 to remain in pattern. Almost forgot that part.
Piper 12 Bravo, winds are 280 at 8 knots, cleared for takeoff. Runway 24 fly a left-hand pattern for touch and goes on runway 24 remain on this frequency. Cleared for takeoff runway 24 fly a
Gonna line
left-hand
up
pattern
my
for
nose
touch and
wheel
goes
here.
runway 24 will stay with
Gonna
you
set
Piper 12
my
Bravo.
compass here. Come on, rotate. Come on, fix. There we go. Now we're ready for departure. Gonna fly left-hand pattern. Okay, a couple little mistakes that we just have to kind of iron out. So the wind's coming from 1 o'clock position when we land. Pattern altitude is 1,200. Whoops. We didn't visually check that on our checklist. No wonder why we took off so quickly. And lucky, flaps were down. Alright, that was a pretty big mistake. I'll have to review that in the checklist to see where I didn't put them back up. Alright, we're gonna get ready to turn crosswind. We're at pattern altitude. Still trying to get my references for this aircraft. I'm going to leave the gear down that we're in pattern. This is an amazing aircraft to fly, an X-plane. Nobody in the pattern, nobody coming in. Bank right. Left. Bank left. So far, in this seating position, it seems like this bubble, rivet, is my level, trimmed out reference. Hopefully I can make some nice, sweet landings today. Nice. So that's when we're going to turn. Looks like when we're level, this fourth rivet seems to be about right. Not quite a beam of the numbers yet. We veered a little bit inside. Now we're at beam of the numbers. We're going to use that square set of buildings as our reference, as my reference. I feel the wind kind of pushing us to the right here. Slightly higher than our pattern altitude. First notch of flaps are in. Start just easy descent here. Gotta remember to make my call to final. Yeah, I might have to lower down the graphics. Piper 12 Bravo, turning final 2-4, touch and go. Clear for the option 2-4, Piper 12 Bravo.
80 and 8 knots cleared for the option runway 24.
Using zoom level 17 ortho for this area. Little overshoot. Kind of underestimated how fast this thing turns. Not horrific. Tiny bit low, but we'll keep some power into it. Start to pull some power. We're in a good glide slope. The wind's coming from like 2 o'clock. So it's kind of coming from this direction. Coming up a little high now. Don't see any other aircraft on the runway. Holding that nice spot. Nice and steady in my window. Gonna do a little cross correction here. Still a little bit tricky for me to judge the height. I should just be about touching down. Trying to time that flare. See, I'm way too high. Better. See, still think my sync rate seems super fast right there. Flaps up, mixture up. Get ourselves centered back up on the runway, full throttle. And trim up. Not bad. I'm gonna have to turn down each setting probably one notch in the graphics. On downwind, I'm going to flip my fuel selector. So it was like that second dot. Fourth dot. Alright, it's around the fourth dot. Clear. I think it's when I was turning. That should be about level. That works. Pull a little bit of power. We do have the gear down. Don't want to go too fast. And roll out. Alright. Hold that. Let's see if my fuel selector... Oh, it did work. Good. We're gonna reset. It's about 15 minutes. Got to get back under pattern altitude, or on the pattern altitude. A little too high. A bunch too high. Gear down. Check. Take a quick look here on checklist. Fuel selected to fullest, fuel pump still on, mixture set, gear down at 129 maximum, flaps set, trim for 75 knots. Alright, so we're going to try to improve upon our speed and hit 75 knots. Piper 1-2 Bravo, turning final 2-4. Cleared to land 2-4, Piper 1-2 Bravo.
Piper 1-2 Bravo, winds are 280 with 8 knots, cleared to land runway 24. Piper 1-2 Bravo, negative.
That was better. Landed long. Squirrely.
2 Bravo exit.
NASCAR squirrely for some reason. Not really doing anything on those. Water pedal sensitivity. I'm gonna turn up the sensitivity. Desensitize the controllers on this. Piper 1-2 Bravo, clear of active.
Piper 1-2 Bravo, welcome to Bradley International. Clear to cross runway 15. Remain this frequency for further instructions.
Not sure why
Cleared to
it's
cross
not giving
runway
us
15.
ground.
Remain this frequency. Piper 1-2 Bravo.
That's alright. The program is not perfect, but it's good. Go back to where we started. Take a look at the checklist again. Checklist. Next page, shutdown. Alright, so we retracted the flaps. Nice calm taxi. We're going to shut off the fuel pump. We're going to leave the avionics on until we're at the gate. Parking. Propeller can be full forward. That's fine. I'm going to do that quick review. See where it said check flaps. Maybe it didn't say down and then up and then down kind of a thing. This is an incredible aircraft. I think just a little bit of fine tuning with X-Plane Realistic, getting down the dynamic movement, you know, kind of fine tuning the rudder. Alright, we're in the no movement area here. Alright, so check the flap, check, check. Fuel pump is off. And avionics off. Electrical switches. These no, so let's see, we're gonna go this. We'll leave the beacon light on, turn the landing light off. So I'll call that electrical switches. Propeller forward, throttle closed, idle cutoff. Magnetos off. Move this for a second. Alternator, battery off. This is cool. Well, pretty enjoyable to look at. That's World Traffic 3 working very well right now. Next flight, I think I'm going to reduce my graphics and improve my frame rate. Oh, it's a Disney. Hi, kids. Hope that thing clears me. A little thing with Pilot ATC, not sure why it didn't turn us over to ground. Usually it does. Beacon off. So that's a demonstration of the JustFlight Piper Aero 3R, Piper PA-28R, Piper Arrow 3 by JustFlight. It's $42, and I believe it's totally worth it. It's got some of the best rendering, best artwork. The flight dynamics are awesome. Look at this. You got like grit on the floor, the wear, the tear, the age of the aircraft, the reflections, the dirt on the window. I think it's just it's an amazing aircraft. So I'll talk to you guys later. I'm going to upload this to YouTube. Comments are appreciated. Questions, I'll try to answer those as if I'm able. Thank you very much for stopping by. Squawking1200. I'm out.